guys, how are you? Welcome back. If you're new here, nice to meet you. My name is Amber and I am with Ooh Ah Crochet. I also do Ooh Ah auctions. If you guys are interested in reselling, you can find me on that channel. I do auction with some other people. I have taken several months off at this point, so it's been a while, but it's my other side hustle. So anyway, welcome in. I've got lots of finished objects and I have been on a roll. I have been fighting what I would call the winter blues, and it's as soon as that darkness hit at 5 o'clock, it hit me like a lead of bricks. So I've been trying to keep positive and motivated and just to keep myself busy. So I'm going to show you some finished makes that I did. Let's see, where do I start? I finished some whips that have been like in dormancy for a while. So I finished these last year, but I finally weaved in all the ends, and so they are for sale. They are made out of 100% cotton, so they are considered, I guess, a washcloth. That's what I would consider them. So they'd be a really cute little kids washcloth set. So if anybody's interested, I've got them listed for $25. I don't know if that's too much or not, but there's a lot of time into those and a lot of yarn. So I know I got this pattern. I think there's a Sesame Street like granny square pattern set that you can get. It was last Christmas that I made this. I made it for somebody I know, and they backed out. So that was, anyway, there's that. We've been cleaning up the living room, and I'll show you a picture. We finally put up the Christmas tree after, I believe, 4 years. It's been a very, very long time. With four little kids, we just have not put up the Christmas tree. One of the last times we had it up, Jacob decided to eat a light bulb, and we kind of shied away from it, let's say. But anyway, it is up this year. We've got Christmas lights all around the room. We've got the Christmas tree up, and I'll show you a picture. You've probably seen it on the intro. But I've been busy. So I made these chickens. Look at how cute they are. This is a vintage yarn, and if you're familiar, this is probably a 1980s yarn. 1980s, maybe 1990s, but it is older. I don't know if they still make this colorway, but it's got the greens, the golds, and the orange. And I made the beak, safety eyes, embroidered the nose, and then I just chained and went with it on the back there. I did increase on the sides here, going up. There's a couple different YouTube videos that I watched on it, and I decided to do that to see what it would look like, because I know there's the maple chicken pattern out there. I did not buy it. I just followed the tutorials on YouTube. So I had a little bit of the ball left over. I think I had like 2 just random balls of this color, and then I put it with a white, and it was a shiny white, so the silky white, like a baby. I don't know if you can see that in there, but that was like the silky baby yarn that had the white. It was white with the silk wrapped around the baby yarn. Anyway, sorry for my hair. I just got out of the shower, so it's probably wet and silly looking. But so I've got these two. Got a little mom and baby. They're so cute. They're so cute. You know, when you make up a pattern and it just makes you go, that's where I was at. All right, so we got that one, and I used all the yarn, like every last bit of it, to make this one, finish this one up. So it's all used, which is great, because I have so much. I have enough yarn for probably 3 people, and I made those for my aunt and cousin. I'm pretty sure they don't watch this, so I can show you. But the next one I made was for my cousin Steven. Now Steven is disabled, and he got RSV when he was 6 months old, or 6 weeks old, 6 months old. I can't remember which, but they lived on a farm, and he got RSV, which is way back then is almost 30 years ago now. They just thought it was a cold. Well, anyway, my aunt was breastfeeding, and he stopped breathing for over 10 minutes. And being on a farm, she did what she, did. He had a 10% chance of living, and he came out of it. And since then, he has his arms, his legs, and other things kind of retrofeed. I think that's the word. But anyway, he's in a wheelchair. He's a happy young man. He is very Christian young man. He likes to quote Bible verses, loves to go to church. He is the belle of the ball when at church, and that's how I remember him. I haven't seen him in quite a while, but he is my younger cousin. And let's see. So they went to Polar Express. And they live in Oklahoma. They had a Polar Express come through their area. Like, you could buy tickets and you could get on a train and you could go see it. And so, and they did that this year, just a few weeks ago. So I made a golden ticket. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sure that it's backwards for you. But I wrote believe on there, and I wasn't sure how to make it or how to do it. I just winged it. I literally could see the ticket in my head, and I just winged it. So I did a chain, I think of 29, 28, and then I did decreases here, and then a chain and increase here. It's not perfect, it's not even, but it'll work. Again, 100% cotton, and then I just took a yarn and needle and did this. I tried to surface crochet, and it turned out it was too bulky, so I just did the like, not cross stitch, but embroidery on the top of it. So you can tell how my I think it turned out okay. So, and it's wiggly wobbly like the one in the movie. So I think that's cute. I'm gonna include a little bell to go with it, and we're gonna get that sent off to him and his mom and sister. So that's the other one I made. That was a late night project. I don't know. It came to me, and I'm like, well, I gotta make him something. So that's what I made him. All right, and then I've been gifted yarn many times, and I've been gifted like whole projects that were started, whips that have probably never seen the light of day in many moons. And I was gifted these granny squares. They're like a log cabin granny square. Let me see if I can get you. All right, so I was gifted these I call them a granny square, but they're probably not considered a granny square, but log cabin blocks. I guess they're considered blocks, squares. And it had all the yarn to go with it. I would consider this yarn thin. It's very thin. It's a 2-ply, so very thin. And the hook was even with it, which was a blessing. It was a size C. Y'all, it was a size C. And my hands are like, what on earth? But look, so I got all that. There's all that yarn. It's super thin. Like, super. That's fluffy right there. But it's not that fluffy. It's thin. Like, when you pull it tight, it's very thin. So anyway, I decided that I could take this square, and some of them were edged with this light green and some of them weren't. But I thought I could make it into a granny square chicken, and it worked. It worked. Isn't it cute? So, I don't know if you would have wanted this green there or not, but I left it. I left the square that I was using just like that. I made sure I had 2 matching squares because there's 2 different patterns that was in there. And I added the little beak and the comb. This one doesn't have a tail, but I did make a little tail on that one. Very, very light stuffed. It looks like a lot, but it's not. It's not my normal stuffing. So, but tiny, tiny stitches on this. It's just crazy how tiny they were. So I got 2 more chickens. So, and I didn't have to do the work. All I had to do was sew it together and add the comb. So then another late night, I had small balls of Bernat blanket yarn, and I just thought, well, let's see what I can make with it. And I made a tiny, tiny little love cat. Look at the face on that one. It turned out so cute. So cute. So it's in this bit like, I don't know what color that is, like a teal kind of color. And this is actually pink, or it might have been white, but the skein came out like it was pink. So it is very like a pale, pale baby pink. And so I didn't have to sew. I was using Ella's pattern and I basically followed that. I kind of winged it, but I took this ball here because I knew I wasn't going to have enough to finish the body. So I took the end of the string and pulled it up through the body, and then I just surface crocheted to get my base onto here, and then I made my tail as long as the string went. That worked out just fine. So if you guys haven't tried surface crochet, it's very easy. You just crochet in between the holes. So yep, there's that. And then I had, again, vintage yarn, like stuff that's probably could be older than me, but I have this green and red and white sparkle yarn. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in there or not, but I made a love cat, and I had the green safety eyes and the nose. I think it turned out cute. And there's a little bit of a striping, a little bit of pooling. Not intentional, but that's what happened. So there's your little feet. And again, I just surface crocheted. I took it and I did tie off back here and surface crocheted on the top, and then just made the little tube. So I think I used 8 single crochet because 6 is just too tight for me. So I used 8. He's so cute. So, and I still had, and I paired it with a red vintage yarn. So like really, and it's very thin. So the vintage yarn, even though it said a size 4, when you pulled on it, it was like fluffy, but then when you pull on it, it's really thin. So I put these 2 together and used a size. I used 5.5 millimeter for this, so an eye hook for the face, and then the body I used a 6, and then to tighten off I used a 5.5 again on the back, just to give the body a little bit more wiggle room, because the face was pretty tight. So, and I just did that so the stuffing didn't stick out through it. But anyway, there's that. So then I had some ball left over, both. I thought, well, let's finish out the yarn. So then I made a chicken. It is so cute. It is so cute. I made the comb, and this one, instead of slip stitching across, I did a single crochet across to put it together. And then again, I just chained several different chains and slip stitched in, and then made that. So. And this yellow or this gold color is just a random ball that I had. So I'm trying to use up all those balls. So we got those 2. And then I still had some left. So this is the first time I've ever made a leggy frog. You guys, look at how cute. I was just cracking myself up like how cute this was. And while I was making it, like I was just like, oh, it's so cute. I think the eyes turned out just perfect. Like the color, the way it pooled. He just looks like he's smiling away. But got a little pooling in the back. I just think he's super cute. So these are for sale. I have not designated these to anybody yet. I don't know. I priced them at 20 for these two, and then I put 12 on him. You guys let me know down in the comments if you price them more or less. And again, for the leggy frog, I just followed the tutorial on YouTube, and all you have to do is type that in, and you'll get many different options. So yeah, look, I got a whole set. Look at how cute they are. Love it. So I took the rest of the granny squares. There was 20 total, and this is the oddball out. So there was 25 or 24. So I could have made maybe a blanket, but instead I started a bag. So I slip stitched all these together. And yes, there's ends. So this is a whip. This is not a finished project yet. And it's a little tight in some places. I'm assuming, I suppose I could wash it and it'll loosen up, but I figured, well, it's going to stretch anyway. So I've got 3 across the bottom, 2 wide. That's going to make a really big bag. And of course, you know, it's stretchy. So now I got to figure out what I want to line it with. And I'm not sure I want to, I mean, I could finish it off with this yarn since it's in there. I just don't know that I would make it that tiny, that skinny. So I might use I might double it up and make a lining, or I might ask my mom to line it for me. But then I got to figure out a handle. So, or if she lined it, I wonder. Yeah, so anyway, it's a work in progress. It's not done. It's not done at all. But look at, isn't it cool? So I used up some granny squares or log cabin squares that have been sitting in a bag with the yarn for years. And it came with the hook, so I knew what hook to use, which was amazing, because otherwise I probably would have used like a H or a G with it or something. But yeah, you can definitely tell how thin that is. So that's what I've got done. I hope you guys are all well. Again, I know that Bonnie and I are going to be doing Vlogmas. I know there's going to be a lot of people doing Vlogmas, but hopefully you will follow us and follow everybody else. Put us on the background, turn up the volume. You don't have to watch. You could listen while you're cooking and cleaning and wrapping presents and getting everything else ready. My sister Weatherbearing is supposed to come this week, so we're looking forward to that. Anyway, bless you guys. I hope you're well. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. Until we see each other again. Bye.